I'm still upset about the tree incident you're going to see in today's video. I really am, and it like I said in the video, I had to, after that tree come down, I had to edit some things out because I had a few choice words to say, and that doesn't need to be on video, but it's part of it. I mean, it happens from time to time. And actually, when I said the choice words, it was about the bad spot in the tree, not so much what happened to the top. But it happens, man. That's just that's part of it. That's part of logging. You can't get them all. Can't get them all. It was a good day cutting. We figured probably around 5,000 feet of walnut total today. So that's a pretty good day. Having Dad bark those trees ahead of me really speeds things up. It's really nice to have him barking those trees ahead of me. That barking's hard work. It really is. It's terrible back-breaking work. I would definitely rather be on the chainsaw than running the axe. I really would be. Tomorrow will be much the same. I'd say we'll start dragging some logs tomorrow. So, yeah. Come hang out with us again tomorrow. I can't thank you guys enough for hanging out today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, you should. The new tree hugger design, selling a lot of them. Definitely check that out. We're selling, more and more stuff all the time with auger threads, and we greatly appreciate that, guys. And the more stuff we sell, the more new designs we can come out with. I know Shanae's got some hats in the works right now because we had some requests for hats. So just the more stuff we sell, the more new designs we come out with. So it's just a vicious cycle. It's pretty awesome logging stuff, so check it all out. As far as we know, all the bugs are worked out on the timbertracker.net website now with listing equipment. And I know Shanae's been busy the last 2 days trying to get everything lined up there. That's been a nightmare for the last 2 months, I think, that's been plaguing us, the bugs with that. So it's one of those things. To me, it's not as easy as logging. I don't know anything about that stuff. Now, the people that do that might disagree, but I'd much rather do the logging part than that any day. So, yeah, tomorrow, dragging logs, trying to get some out the deck. It's going to be a good job of logs. It's going to be a real good job. We got some more to look at up there on the neighbors as well. So, guys, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the video. It never fails. It never fails. You take one of the best walnut trees, or best tree in the timber, and they always want to put a deer stand in it. Every time. Luckily, this one didn't too bad. Right now, they had this thing screwed into it. Now, I don't think it's been in very long. It came out pretty easy. Look at that. Ridiculous. Got her strapped in here. We'll just sit down here for a minute and have an overview. There's several big trees on this part of the property on the new job. And we didn't cut anything yesterday. We're going to cut in this little area right here this morning. Like I said, there's several big trees. Some real big ones right up there. Then that little island right there, you can see the creek winds around. That little island, we've got to go in on the prior property we just cut. It had been 2 jobs ago, how we first got up here. We'll have to cut those and take them out there because there's no way to cross the creek. Then that ditch right there, we're actually going to build a crossing because there's kind of a little crossing right over there. We'll build a crossing there with a skid steer, and we can get onto that other little piece because there's about 3 or 4 ditches on this little piece of ground here. But there's some really, really good walnut trees in that patch of timber. I mean, even that one right there in front of us, you can see is a good tree. But the task at hand, we're going to get this deer stand down before we cut this big guy. This is a heck of a tree. That one there to cut. We'll cut that one there. There's several of them through here. A lot of trees. That one there with the high lines there. I don't think the tops will reach the lines, but we'll have the skidder over here to push on that one just to make sure. Yeah, so let's finish doing this and get to work.
I think you can go ahead and cut that little one right there.
I think it'll fall back in there.
Yeah. Kind of leave this side hole a little bit and let it fall a little pull right around there.
Now I had to edit a little clip of that cutting video because two things. One, as it fell, I noticed that bad spot, which that'll clear up in about a foot, so it's not such a big deal, but at the same time it is a big deal. For one, I didn't quite cut enough of that. That's just for me. That's not going to affect the value of this log whatsoever, but that's for me that I should have clipped a little more of that, cut that, which it makes me mad because I hold myself to a higher standard than that. Then what really aggravates me is right here. This tall tree, the top in it, and I didn't think nothing of it. I really didn't when I looked at it. But it landed just right on that limb. Just right. Pop this thing. Now we'll still get a good log in the back, but this hurts. I mean, there's still material here and on up above, but that just makes me sick. Absolutely sick. Which, all the factors together, you know, with that bad spot in the butt, it had made me that much more sick if it hadn't been for that. But we'll have to drive some S-irons in this as soon as we cut it off to stop it from splitting out anymore. But it's just some of the risk you run in cutting these things. I mean, they're walnuts of brittle wood. It splits easy, especially on these crotches, and this is the first one I've split in a long time. It is. And that's probably one of the worst splits I've had too. But I hate that. I mean, like I said, I try to hold myself to a higher standard than that, especially in my cutting, but it's ruined your day pretty quick. Ruined your day pretty quick. that in there tried to get away from us. We didn't leave quite enough on the back side here to hold, but it wasn't too bad. The main thing is it didn't pull any fiber or anything, and it landed good. It didn't land on that crotch there and bust. It's a good tall tree. Several good tall trees. Just tree after tree today what we've cut. There's a bark and a big one right there. I've got the saw sitting right there. The property line's right here. Makeshift line. You can see it's kind of open up through there, kind of a lane, but you might know right on the other side of the line there'd be some of these little thumpers. Look at that red oak out there. That's a good, no, that's bur oak. I'm sorry. What am I saying? What am I saying? That's Champ. Oh, we've cut, I don't know how many trees we've cut this morning. We've cut a bunch of trees. We've still got several to go. It'll probably be at least another 2 days of cutting, maybe 3. And that's all we've done today's cut. We haven't fired up the skid or anything. Of course, the skid steer, it's still at Stockton. It's Brandon's shop for a couple more days yet, and hopefully we'll have it up here this weekend because we'll need it to make a crossing for the skidder. But there's plenty to do until then. Man, I love cutting these jobs like this. These big open bottoms, flat. They're not really open, but they're just big wide bottoms, we'll put it that way. See, that's the high side over there, but on this side, that's where all the timber's at. It's not easy to find. We spend a lot of time looking for it, but we still find these good jobs every now and then. But we work at it 7 days a week too. We never stop. Good timber.